Hello to everyone. Today we will talk about lightsabers. What do I hear? You say you don't like lightsabers because they're too childish and too nerdy for you? Merkst du selber, ne? This is a collab with our lightsaber class, the Saber Academy Vienna, so we will talk about lightsabers today. So what is this about? We had the opportunity to test the Timelacer lightsabers by Timeblade, and this is our review. Link down in the description below. Timeblade is an online shop for mainly HEMA stuff in Hungary or from Hungary. So if you're here from Marotsolast in Vienna, you should definitely take a look too. But they recently added lightsabers to the shop and came up with what they said is their lightsaber model specifically designed for heavy dueling. And this is where our lightsaber class enters the picture, because being HEMAists or coming from the HEMA world, our lightsaber class obviously emphasizes real dueling. So we don't do choreography, but we basically give our students lightsabers and let them fence with those. One saber costs 180 euros. It comes in 3 colors, blue. Besides that, they also have red and my personal favorite is gold. So blade wise, we personally use a blade with a length of 92 centimeters. The Timelacer lightsabers come with a slightly shorter blade per default. So that's where we exchanged it. So please don't be surprised. In the video material we obviously have the longer blades in them. To give you an idea, this is the blade that they sell, and this is the blade that we exchanged it with, and this is basically the length difference. But that is, I guess that's just a matter of what you prefer and a matter of what you like better. Shorter blades are probably better for martial arts tricking. So if you're into that, you would probably go with the shorter blades, and especially my personal recommendation is if you want to do dual wielding, so 2 lightsabers, then also the shorter blades are way more suited. And also it's way easier to do spinning tricks and stuff. Now for us, when we do our duels and when we fence, we prefer the longer blades. 1, because we're just used to that length, and 2, because we like it more also aesthetically. Function wise, you get all the standards, you got sound, you can change color obviously, you got all these fancy effects like flash on clash and the humming sounds when you move it. Battery charger, etc. is obviously included. We tested them now for quite a long time, I think 2 months actually, and we made sure that it was not just only, our lightsaber coach to use them or me, but we also gave them to basically all of our students, so to complete beginners, to the more advanced students, and we asked them for their opinion. What everyone said immediately when they took it into their hands is the feel of the hilt. 1, it is very well balanced, and 2, it is very it feels very good in your hands, because unfortunately most of the sabers that are being sold are similar to the sabers in the movies for obvious reasons. But the thing is, and here I have to put out a little rant, I don't know who designed them, but it just looks like someone screwed random parts together, because whoever came up with the design, especially of the first lightsabers, namely Darth Vader and Obi-Wan, I think they never really had to hold them in their hands, and even less to fence with them, because they just feel so awkward. There's so much stuff on them, it just doesn't work for real choreography or fencing, in my opinion. And I know that there are a lot of other people into lightsabers that say the same thing. And so the development from when lightsabers started to be a thing to be sold, that people really started to make lightsabers, they first oriented towards the movies, and which is fine if you're just going to Comic-Con and it's just a prop hanging on by your side. But if you want to do fencing with them, you need a more ergonomic design, I guess. And this is where the Timelacer lightsaber really gets a 10 out of 10, because it feels good, it is well balanced, and you really see that someone made this that also knows how to fence. One thing a student said while using it midst of a session was that apparently one of the parts started to unscrew while he was dueling. So basically all of these parts can be unscrewed. So it's fair to say that you have to make sure that they're screwed together tightly once, and after that it's not a problem, because we screwed it together after the student came to us, and after that we didn't have this problem anymore. Now price wise, one saber is 180 euros. So compared to the two other brands we mainly recommend to students, which are Elegant Weapons in France and Lama di Luce from Italy, they're somewhere in between price wise, because Elegant Weapons is cheaper. I think you can get those for around 130 with just the basic functions. And Lama di Luce is way more expensive, starting at I think 300 euros. If you want to know more on those brands, just let us know in the comments. Maybe we can do another review, or just tell you about our experience in the comment section. And very important, if you had the opportunity to test the Timelacer lightsaber, please let us know in the comments and tell us about your experience. Because I would really want this video to be, you know, a place where people could come to if you want to buy a Timelacer saber. And if it's more people talking about their experience, they can have a better picture of if this product is for them or not. My final and personal verdict on the Timelacer sabers is the following. If 100% was the perfect lightsaber for our purposes, so for me and our specific club context, I would first deduct 5% because we prefer the longer blades. And then I would deduct another 5% because electronical parts are and probably will always be a risk, especially if you use them for dueling. Things keep getting better, but it has happened with all brands so far that we encountered a saber where some part was faulty from the start or got destroyed over time. So 100% would be a perfect lightsaber that would never have such problems. But that still leaves us with a freaking awesome score of 90, because I really could not find anything else to complain about. I just love the sound of that. So that's all from our side. So until we see us next time, I wish you a lot of fun in training, and especially with lightsaber training. Bye bye.